We made it to our final exam review module. Class is just about done. This is, of course, full of all sorts of very specific instructions, a different schedule than we are used to for the normal week. And I want to make sure to provide this all to you in very specific detail. So let's take a look at Blackboard. Uh, what I have done for you is open this. We are moving into module 14. This is starting at the beginning of Thanksgiving week. I've designed the course so there's nothing new that's happening during Thanksgiving week, so there's nothing that you have to be doing. With that being said, I recognize that the end of your semesters are going to be very busy. You have other papers and final projects and exams to do and prepare for. So I'm going to provide some windows that are a bit longer for you to do some of this work, which is why I'm opening up module 14 really a week early than I would have otherwise. So when we open this, we are going to see the first thing, the reminder for competency test E. You're working on that right now, and that just opened up a few days ago. Your first attempt is due not until December 3rd. So you have a bit of time to complete that. Keep that date in mind. If you need a second attempt, that's due on the 7th. And if you need another attempt after that, that final one would be due on the 9th. Now, you can already have had that done. You could be working on that. You could be ready to do that right now. So you're not putting that off. Just keep those 3 dates in mind for those 3 competency test required dates. Let's move on. As I did for the midterm, I will potentially have a night where I proctor the final exam for you. The date that I have in mind is Wednesday, December 10th, where I would be available from 6 o'clock to up to 9 o'clock in order for you to complete that final exam. I would be there as early as 5:30 to give you time to come in and settle. I had 2 people do that for the midterm. I'm willing to do that again if you want or need that specific time, that later in the evening time. I am offering you a bit of a wider range to complete the final exam from the 1st to the 11th. So maybe you just want to get it done earlier than that, and that is completely fine. But in order to know whether or not I need to stay that night and reserve a room, I need you to complete this survey. It's a 1-question survey about that proctored exam night. It basically asks, would you come on December 10th from 6 to 9 p.m., yes or no? And I would love it if everybody would complete that by December 2nd. If you could go do that right now, boom, boom, it's done. And then I know that at least everybody's seen that and knows that that was an option. So thank you for doing that. Moving on, here is a final exam overview. I'm going to do this exam a little bit differently than the first one. So it's going to be 40 questions. It is going to contain information from the entire course. So everything all the way going back to chapter 1. The first third of the exam approximately will be things from the first half of the course. The second 2/3 of the questions approximately will be from chapters 6, 9, 10, and 11, everything we've done since the midterm. It is going to be a multiple choice test. You will be able to use a calculator, so make sure you bring a calculator with you to the test. And 1 page of handwritten, they have to be handwritten, not typed, notes on regular standard notebook paper that can be on the front or the back. As I did before, I will provide you with those numeration systems, and I will also be giving you the geometry formulas if you're going to need those. I don't have a time limit, but try to schedule 2 hours so you don't feel rushed. What I've done here is I've provided an example multiple choice question from each chapter that we've done, as well as specific topics that you want to make sure you review, going back to your notes and things, and make sure you remember some of this terminology, how you might do some of those questions. You may even go back and review that midterm that we took a couple months ago. And so there, again, are multiple choice questions, example questions that I provided for you. And at the end, at the very bottom, I did put the solutions to those if you'd like to check those right down there at the bottom. So that's the review that I have for you to help you prepare for that final exam. Let's go back and back to Blackboard. Okay, so that was the final exam overview. You'll see that this assignment, we did one of these for the midterm. It's a frequently missed homework problems assignment. It's an optional assignment for extra credit, up to 20 points. And you'll notice it's not open yet because what I need to do is wait for the homework to be, just need to wait a little bit longer. The homework from chapter 11 that you're maybe currently working on is due on the 24th. So I need to wait for that date to come to know what were those frequently missed questions from chapter 11. Once I get to there, I will be wrapping up this extra credit assignment. I will, of course, notify you via an announcement on Blackboard that this is open and ready. And again, it will be from chapters 6 through 11, those frequently missed questions. You can earn up to 20 points. And that will be due on December 11th at 6:30 p.m. That's basically the last time you could be taking the final exam. Okay. A reminder of for the final exam in the testing center, what you would need: identification, calculator, notes, hours for the testing center. Here are those documents that I will provide to you on the exam. So specifics about making that appointment with the testing center. I did provide the video, the same one I did for the midterm, about how to make a testing center appointment if you need that reminder. And then this is just, again, information about that final exam. So you want to make sure you have that done by the end of the day. That's going to be December 11th. So you can take it as early as December 1st, and it needs to be finished by December 11th. So really, December 1st is going to be Monday of next week. So again, you can take it that week, or you can take it the following week with that due date of December 11th. Note again those dates for the competency test, and that's all we have to do in order to wrap up the rest of our semester. So you've got a couple weeks to do that preparation. Hopefully you can look at your own schedule when you have other things due. If they're all during that final exam week of December 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, then maybe you want to try to prepare for that the week ahead, the week before, the week of the 1st. That's up to you. And that's all I have for you. Talk soon.